Is it me or are there way too many anti-smoking, anti-tobacco PSAs on television? And don't get me wrong, I think it can be good to educate people on the dangers of smoking cigarettes and the long-term damages of smoking cigarettes. But it seems to be only anti-tobacco or maybe even anti-drunk driving. And there's so many lessons that I think adults need. Like, why can't we have don't steer for deer PSA? You guys know what this is? No, don't steer for deer. I don't see too many of these PSAs. You want to do anti-drunk driving and how dangerous it is to drink and drive, not only for yourself but for other people. Okay, you're right. But what about not steering for deer? Because I once steered for a deer, and I didn't know this at the time, and I got lucky. I was driving back from a stand-up gig one night that was far away. This is when I still lived in Michigan. And I was driving on the freeway, 70 miles per hour. And before I knew it, there was a deer right in front of my car. And I steered. I drove out of the way and I swerved and I almost lost control of the car. And thank goodness it was late at night and no one else was on the road anywhere near me. And I was able to regain control of the car and I continued on my journey. I was only startled a little bit. By a little bit, I mean a lot of bit. But yeah, and then when I got back for the next week, when I would tell my friends this story, this horrifying story about how I almost hit a deer, and I told them I swerved out of the way, they said, "Kirk, you're not supposed to do that." And they explained it to me, and it makes sense. They said if someone else was on the road, if someone else was in the other lane, you could have crashed into them, you could have hurt them, you could have killed them, you could have hurt yourself, you could have lost control of the car and spun off into a ditch and really hurt yourself. So whenever a deer runs out in front of your car, what you're supposed to do is hit the brakes. Didn't know that. Maybe there should be more of those PSAs. Don't steer for deer PSAs. That was the saying my buddy said. Kirk, don't steer for deer. Here's another one that I didn't know about. Don't when you're buying a vehicle from a car dealership, don't buy the extended warranty. No one told me about this either until I bought my first dealership car, which was back in 2010. Bought a nice car, a 2007 Nissan Sentra. And here's what they don't tell you. So, when you go to buy a car at a dealership, here's what they do. You end up having to sign a bunch of paperwork. You end up signing your life away, especially if you're financing the car, which I was not at this time. And when they have you in that office, when they have you buying that car, signing all the paperwork, whoever you're dealing with, they're going to ask you if you want to pay to extend your warranty. And here's where they get you. They say as soon as you walk out of this office and as soon as you drive the car off the lot, and if you don't extend the warranty, you can't. There's no do-overs. You can't come back the next day and ask to extend the warranty. You can't come back in a week, and they'll try to tell you a horror story. Something like, yeah, we've had people come, not buy the warranty, and they come back 2 days later, or 2 weeks later, or 2 months later, saying, hey, something's wrong with my car. You think I can get that warranty? And it's like, sorry, should have got it when you were here. That's the only time you can extend the warranty. Now hold that thought. So they try to intimidate you into buying this warranty, and they're thousands of dollars. So at the time, The warranty I was offered was, I think it was around $1,600 for 3 years, 36,000 miles, whichever came first. And my thinking at the time was, because I financed the warranty, that's another thing. They'll say, hey, you can borrow the money. And I didn't have much money at the time. And the way I thought about it, they offered me this plan where I'd only have to pay $85 a month for this this awesome extended warranty. $85 a month, I think it was for something like 20 months, 18 months, or whatever. And at the time, I was like, well, that's 1 day of work for me. 1 day of work for a month, I can afford that. And here I am thinking I'm getting this awesome deal. You know, for 3 years, 36,000 miles, my car is covered. Don't have to worry about a thing. And then when I'm showing my Nissan Sentra, it was a used car. It was a 2007 used Nissan Sentra with 45,000 miles. Showing it to my family, showing it off. I was so excited. Nice car, leather interior, everything. And I started bragging. I'm like, yeah, and I also got this extended warranty. People were like, why? Why'd you get the extended warranty? They said, Kirk, think about it. I mean, it's a Nissan Sentra. It's a Japanese car. You know, that car's going to last well over 100,000 miles. It's unlikely that anything is going to go wrong with the car within the next 3 years or 36,000 miles. Especially if it only has 45,000 miles. And if anything goes wrong with the car, it's probably going to cost a lot less than $1,600 to fix it. Duh. How come we don't have anti-buy car warranty PSAs? This is some vital information that people need. Also, this is another thing. So they say, going back to what I said earlier, about this being the only chance you have to extend your warranty. It's not true. Because when your extended warranty is about to expire, they send you offers in the mail saying, hey, would you like another 3 years? Would you like another 36,000 miles? And I especially noticed this after I bought my next car, which was a Ford Focus. I got it at a warranty again, or a dealership. And this time I knew better. I didn't buy the warranty. They kept trying to sell me. They kept saying, hey, this is the only time you can buy it. Come on. You're going to regret it. I didn't regret it. Need a big bad wolf to blow this house down, do I? There we go. I didn't buy the extended warranty for the Ford Focus. Of course, I bought this Focus. It only had 15,000 miles, so I still had the manufacturer's warranty up to 36,000 miles. But when that warranty was about to expire, guess what? I started getting mail saying, hey, would you like to extend your warranty? Because they tried to extend it at the dealership. They said, this is the last chance. I was like, oh, really? And it turns out they're full of shit, kids. Because right as your manufacturer's warranty is about to expire, they'll try to get you to extend that warranty. So it isn't the last time. They're full of it. That's another PSA they should make. Hey, kids, if you borrow money to go to college, eventually you're going to have to pay that money back. And you can't declare bankruptcy on it. That's the real kick in the nuts. So if you don't have a lucrative degree, major in something that's that you know is going to get you a good return on your investment, then you're going to have a hard time after you get out of college.